Just promise me that you'll tell the truth.
Of course I'm going to tell the truth.
I mean, about Aid and what a nasty, bullying, evil sort of person he is. And how he set about making your life a misery and nearly killed poor Sarah Platt.
She does right to remind you.
The court will know all about Aidan. They don't need me telling them.
And they don't need you telling them how it was all your fault either, when it was his fault for behaving like that.
They should shake your hand and give you a gold clock.
I was still in the wrong.
Legally, yes, you might have.
And professionally.
But that doesn't alter the fact that 99 out of 100 people would agree with what you did. Morning, love.
Morning.
You know, it's your dad's day in court.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
So, just in case it turns out to be my last day of freedom, I think I'll have a walk round, get a bit of fresh air.
Ken, I wasn't having a go at you just then.
I know. It's okay.
I just don't want you turning yourself into a martyr.
Well, I don't think I'm quite ready for martyrdom just yet.
Hey, you know I'm not coming with you.
Yeah, you said.
Because I've got this chiropodist appointment. And it's one of them systems where you can't rearrange. But I'll have your tea ready for you when you get back, shall I?
Yeah, that'd be nice. Who you coming with us, Tracy?
Oh, I wouldn't miss it for the world. Seeing you stand by your man.
Well, yeah, I will be, won't I?
Oh, it's amazing.
What is?
No, nothing. It's just amazing, that's all. So, what'll happen to Dad?
Could be anything.
Could he go to jail?
In theory, yeah. Or community service. But what we're hoping is that they'll just tell him never to do it again. Which, of course, he never would. It was just this one lad that drove him to it.
So that's why you want him to tell the truth?
That's precisely why, yeah.
You think people should always tell the truth?
Oh, unless they've got a very good reason not to, yeah.
Like what?
Well, whether it would do more harm to tell the truth than to conceal it. Are you trying to tell me something, Tracy?
Right. I'm off for me feet. Is there out you want picking up?
No, Tar.
You will tell Ken good luck from me, won't you?
Yeah, I will.
Actually, and I've never thought of this before, but you're not a bit like Dad, are you?
Am I not?
No. I mean, he's got all his principles and, you know, believes in people doing the right thing.
And I don't?
No. I think you just take life as it comes and, you know, grab any chances that you can get.
Well, that's a bit rich coming from you after the way you've been carrying on lately.
Yeah, but we're not talking about me now, are we? We're talking about you.
Right, just been talking to Peter.
You've had a long walk?
Yeah, I went round by the cricket field.
Did it help?
Well, I feel a bit calmer, but still not exactly looking forward to it. Oh, I'll ring for a taxi while I remember.
Look, whatever it is that this is all about, we'll talk about it later, OK? Now's not the time.
Whenever you like.
Taxi's here.
So now it's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, is it?
All right. What?
I thought now wasn't the time.
Well, I've had enough of your nasty little jibes. So come on, tell me.
I know why you're so against me seeing Dev. The real reason. See, I know your secret. About what went on between you and him last year. Which is why all this talk about truth and honesty, well, it just makes me laugh. Anyway, taxi's waiting.
Tracy.
What?
Ken doesn't know. He's got no idea.
Oh, and why is that? Because you haven't told him. Which means that everybody else has to tell the truth, but not you.
OK, so the procedure when we're inside the court will be that the prosecution will outline the facts, just what happened and why.
Will Aidan Critchley be appearing?
No, they'll have his written testimony. Nobody's contesting what happened, so there's no reason he should.
Right.
Anyway, when the prosecution have finished, I'll talk about the stress you were under, the provocation you've had.
And I get to address the court?
If you want to, yes, before sentencing. Have you sorted out what you might want to say?
Ken, excuse me.
Yeah, sure. Well, I thought I should apologise.
Fine.
And then make it clear that never mind what else happened, I was totally in the wrong. Right.
I've never told Ken because both of us, Dev and me, we both resolved that nothing like this would ever happen again. So what would be the point?
Yeah, sure.
Unless you think there's a point in upsetting Ken and maybe having him decide that he never wants anything more to do with me. And what good had come from that for either of us? None.
Keep trying, man. You'll convince yourself eventually.
Look, the last thing I want to do is hurt your father.
The last thing you want to do is admit the truth.
I'm admitting it, aren't I? I'm admitting it to you.
Yeah, well, only because you've had no choice, because I found out about it anyway.
Oh, so you think I should tell Ken, do you? You think I should pile this on top of him, as well as everything else he's going through?
Yeah, well, it'd be better than this act you're putting on. Pretending to be standing by him, pretending to be his faithful partner.
Which I am.
No, you're not. I mean, how could you be?
Hey, what's the matter?
Nothing.
I'm gonna go and get coffee.
Apparently they're running late. It's going to be another hour or so.
Are you all right?
Well, to be honest, I'm almost looking forward to it. Get the thing over and done with. And what about you two? What's going on?
We, disagreed about something.
What about this trial?
No, nothing to do with the trial.
Well,
Well, what? Come on, what's going on? Don't you like what I'm going to be saying in there? Do you think I should be trying to lie my way out of it?
No, I told you, it's got nothing to do with that.
it's about Dev.
Deb? I mean, whether she should be seeing him.
Oh, if only.
Leave it, Ken.
Look, don't you think I've got enough to worry about without you two sniping at one another? Now, come on. What is it? What's going on?
She's found out something that I've never told you. Me and Dev,
They had an affair.
not an affair. We slept together once. Sorry.
So all she's been going on about how I shouldn't be seeing him, well, that's been why.
It was stupid and it meant nothing, and we have both regretted it ever since.
If you believe that.
Look, will you be quiet? Don't you think you've caused enough damage for one day?
Me? Oh, yeah. So it's my fault, is it? I mean, it's nothing to do with you. Oh, I'm going.
Ken,
This is true.
yes, it's true. But
No. Don't say anything.
I thank counsel for their clear and concise submissions setting out the facts of this case. In coming to our verdict, we are conscious of the defendant's previously unblemished character and the considerable provocation he endured. Nevertheless, we are of the opinion that we should accept his own plea of guilty. And that, therefore, is the verdict of this court.
Sir, before sentencing, my client asked that he may address the court personally.
Of course.
Okay.
Your Worships, I would like to apologise to the court for my actions. And I would also like to publicly apologise to the young man whom I struck. It's a loss of control which I shall always regret. Though, yes, I do regret what happened, but I have to say, that all my life, and this has only struck me today, which has been a day of revelations in many ways, all my life I've tried to deal with people honestly and straightforwardly. If they said something to me, I took that as the truth and I expected them to do the same. But all I seem to have met with, time and again, all I seem to have met with is deceit, dishonesty, lies, which if I put my hand on my heart, I really don't think I deserve. And to tell you the truth, I'm tired of accepting the blame for other people's behaviour which I find hard, very hard to forgive. Thank you.
Ken, are you all right?
Yes. Well, we have taken your statement into account, as well as your previous good character, as a result of which we're prepared to grant you a conditional discharge for a period of 12 months.
Basically, it means you just have to stay out of trouble for the next 12 months, which I'm sure you will. And then they wipe the slate clean.
Thank you for all your help.
It's been a pleasure. I've got to dash, but let me know once you hear from the school.
I will.
Goodbye.
Bye.
So,
I think we should call a cab and get home before either of us says anything else.
then we can have the real trial. With me in the dock.
We can, yes.
Hello, love.
I
Where's your mum and dad? He's not been sent down, has he?
don't know. I left the court before Dad were called in.
You left? Why?
Gran, I've done something stupid.
Well, that's nothing new. Go on, let's hear it.
I found something out about Mam, and I told Dad.
What? She's not ill, is she?
She's not ill.
What then?
I found out that she'd slept with Dev.
Pardon?
She'd had sex with Dev.
She's what?
Yeah. So now you know why she was dead set against me seeing him.
Oh, I don't believe this. Is she still sleeping with him?
Well, no, apparently not. Apparently it was just this once ages ago.
But Ken had to find out. Today of all days.
Well, of course he did. I found out that my mother had slept with my boyfriend. My mother!
Your boyfriend? He's not your boyfriend. You've hardly known him 5 minutes. But you just had to let everyone know you knew. And then you ran off and left them to it, that right?
Well, I was upset.
And your mother wasn't? And Ken? I suppose he were laughing.
No, you twisted everything. I mean, it's me that's hurt here, Gran. It's me.
Oh, it's always you, isn't it, Tracy? You're never happy. You're never satisfied. Haven't you put your parents through enough?
Them? I mean, what about what they put me through? Oh, and I shouldn't think my dad will be that bothered by the news. I mean, it's not as if Mum's not had her knickers down for men before, is it?
You nasty-mouthed little madam.
Gran...
Yeah, I hoped that marriage would have made you grown up, would have made you think of other folks' feelings instead of yourself. But you don't think, do you, Tracy? You never have. Oh, this is all Ken needs right now.
Ken, how'd you get on in court today?
Fine.
Oh, so they didn't throw the book at you?
Not now, Mike.
Just can't escape them, can I, you old man?
Bleeds.
I bet you don't know the half of what went on here when you were in Kenilworth. I mean, the affairs and the rows
And I don't want to know. It's now that matters, not the past.
Causing more trouble, are you, Tracy? Upsetting more folk.
Deirdre, how did it go?
Conditional discharge.
Oh, well, that's good, isn't it?
Well, it means we can get on with our lives.
I'm pleased. Well done, Dad.
I don't want your praise.
Look, I've told my Gran. She hit me.
Good. Save me the job.
Oh, so it's everyone get at Tracy, is it? Because I find out your disgusting secret and I tell the truth. I mean, why don't you all line up and slap me?
Tracy, that's enough.
Well, I had to tell you, Dad. You had a right to know.
Yes, I did.
Deirdre, how could you be so stupid?
I don't know. It just happened. And I wish to God it hadn't. And until Madam opened her mouth here, it was dead and buried. Why did Dev tell you?
The whys and the wherefores don't matter.
Don't they?
I meant... Oh, I don't know what I meant.
Look, I think my dad's got a right to know. I mean, it's me and him. We're the victims here.
Don't kid yourself, Tracy. You're never a victim.
Aren't you going to say anything, Dad?
If you'd stayed to listen to him in the court, you'd have heard him say plenty about folk letting him down and trust, like... Oh, God, what have I done?
Yes, well, the words came too easily to hand.
What have I done?
Oh, you stupid girl.
What, she gets a hug and I get a slap? Oh, I don't believe this.
Why, Tracy? Why cause all this upset? You should have come to me, shouted at me. Why involve Ken? Don't you think I feared this from the minute I found out about you, Dev?
Yeah, because you've done something wrong.
Wrong, yes. Wrong and sordid and stupid. Once. Just once. This wasn't something that went on for months with me plotting and laughing behind his back.
Like when you were sleeping with Mike Baldwin. Look, don't try and justify this, man. You cheated on Dad and you betrayed him.
I know. I know exactly what I've done. And I know what you've done by bringing it all up again.
Yeah, well, sometimes the truth hurts.
Don't you sound so sanctimonious. How dare you talk to me like that? You come back here, you land yourself on us, you expect everybody to run around after you.
Oh, have you heard this, Dad? I mean, she'll be blaming me for being born next.
Get out.
Tell her, Dad. Tell her what you think of her.
Tracy, that's enough.
You know, I really like Dev. And you ruined it like you ruin everything.
I said that's enough.
I want you out.
Oh, have you heard this?
Tracy, you better leave us alone. Your mother and I need to talk.
Yeah. Yeah, of course you do. I'll leave you to it, yeah?
I can smell food.
It's a pie.
Yeah, well, you best turn it off. No point in ruining it.
Ken.
Blanche,
Yes?
would you mind going out for a while?
I'll pop round to Emily's, or maybe go for a drink. I think I need one.
Ken, I'm sorry. I am so sorry.
Sorry. Sorry. You're always sorry! You have affairs, you go behind my back, you criticize me, you mock me, you draw back from me, and all the time you're sorry! Well, I'm sorry, Deirdre, but this time that's not enough!
It was a crush. Sort of thing you're supposed to grow out of in school. He's a very attractive man. He showed an interest.
He pursued you?
No, he was interested in me, in my life, my ambitions. I was flattered.
So you're starved of attention at home?
No, I'm not saying that.
But the minute we have a row, a disagreement, you turn to him.
No.
Oh, come on, Deirdre, you moved in with him. And to think, you let me believe that you came back to me because you loved me.
What?
Well, come on, that's what this is all about, isn't it? When we rowed about where Adam should live and you moved out and you slept with him, and then afterwards one or both of you were so appalled that you came back here.
Actually, that's not when it happened.
No? When then?
Christmas. Not just gone, the one before. Christmas Day.
Christmas Day? You were here, we had the day together.
I had that row with Peter. I went for a walk. It was then.
We hadn't rowed, you and me.
I was upset. I needed comfort.
Oh. So you just nipped round to see Dad for some? I don't believe you, Deirdre. After your walk, you came back. We went to the Rovers.
Well, I blotted it out. I was trying to pretend it hadn't happened. I was ashamed.
So what you're saying is this wasn't an affair, not or something had happened because we'd fallen out or revenge for something I'd done. This just happened because you needed comfort and he just happened to be there at a one-off moment.
Yes. Yeah, that's it, exactly. So, you see, maybe it's not as bad as you thought it was.
Oh, it is. It's far worse than I thought it could be.
At last. A gorgeous face to brighten up this shop.
Came to see you earlier. You weren't here.
I'm here now.
Good! Because I've got a question to ask you. How do I compare?
I'm sorry.
With my mother!
No.
Look, I'm not asking for marks out of 10, but I'd just like to know in general.
Please, listen to me. You're not...
How could you?
It was a mistake.
No,
Yes, yes.
but I tell you what was, me and you're disgusting.
Okay, listen, let's calm down.
Calm down? Oh, I'm only just getting started. I mean, how could you, Dev? I mean, why didn't you tell me? Were you ashamed or were you getting some sort of perverted, twisted kick out of it?
I asked you a week ago. I asked you then why you were so against Tracy seeing Dev. You could have told me then, Deirdre.
I was scared.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't be telling me now if Tracy hadn't found out. How many more secrets are you keeping from me? How many more men are there out there laughing behind my back?
None, I swear. And Dev wasn't laughing.
Well, he should have. Dull old Ken with his head in a book. The old duffer can't satisfy his woman.
Ken, don't.
Yeah, but then this isn't about Dev, is it? This is about us, you and me, our relationship. And I've been kidding myself, telling myself everything was fine.
It is. It was.
No, you're wrong. I've been so blind. Hiding my head in the sand, refusing to see our relationship for what it is.
And what is it?
Well, I don't know. But I know what it isn't. It isn't committed.
Of course it is.
Well, obviously not, Deirdre. Otherwise you wouldn't have slept with Dev. Otherwise you would have agreed to marry me.
Oh, this again.
It matters, Deirdre.
To who? Being married doesn't change the way I feel about you.
Oh, you'd still see me as contemptible, would you?
I don't... Oh, now you're talking stupid.
I'll tell you something else our relationship isn't. It isn't equal.
Yes, it is.
No, not emotionally. You never loved me as I loved you. Never.
That's not true.
You only married me to give Tracy a father, a home.
I married you because I wanted to. Don't you dare say I never loved you.
Look, I was devoted to you, Deirdre. Always proud that you were with me. But you were never content. Mike Baldwin, Dev Allahan. What is it that attracts you to men like that? Don't I give you enough? Do I love you too much?
Of course not.
Then why? Why?
I don't know.
Oh, come on, Deirdre. I can do better than that. Tell me.
All right, if you want to know. They made me feel alive. Mike, Dev, they exciting, unpredictable.
Oh, and am I that unexciting, that dull?
No. But sometimes I feel trapped. I get up, I go to work, I come home, and this house, these walls, it's always the same, and I should be content, I know. But sometimes things happen, and I can't cope. I do love you, Ken.
But not enough. I'm with you because I want to be. You're with me because of circumstances.
What's the circumstances?
Oh, Deirdre, if Samir hadn't died, he'd have gone off to Morocco and stayed with him. You wouldn't be giving me a second thought. You're used to me, fond of me, yes, but love? Well, yes, maybe you do love me, but it's not the same love that I feel for you, and that's what this is all about. I couldn't cheat on you. You were everything to me, all I needed. To think you let me believe you were jealous of Anita. I was flattered. And all the time you were probably acting that out just to make yourself feel better.
I was jealous. I do love you.
Do you know the sad thing? You know what's really sad? I don't think you know what it is that you do want. You say you want excitement, but when it comes to choosing, when it comes to deciding what's best for your future, you always come back here to me.
Well, exactly. Doesn't that prove to you how much I love you?
No. That just shows how you always back away from what you feel that you want. That just shows how scared you are of being happy.
You're wrong. So where does that leave us?
Us? Like I say, there isn't any us anymore.
It happened. It wasn't something that I planned. It's not something I'm proud of.
So what? I mean, she threw herself at you and you being a man, you just thought, why not?
Pretty much, yeah.
I knew it. Well, I knew you wouldn't go after her. She's always making such a fool of herself.
Tracy, I'm sorry. I should have told you, but I didn't think things would turn out like this.
Like what?
I like you. I really like you. I thought you'd go... How could I tell you about me and Deirdre?
This is such a mess. I mean, she's thrown me out. I can't go back there.
Stay with me tonight. Please.
Yeah?
Yeah. As an answer to your question, there is no comparison. I'm sorry.
Ken, I promise nothing like this will ever happen again.
You made promises like that in the past.
Yeah, well, this time it's different, I swear. This is where I belong. In this house with you and my mother and... well, probably not Tracy. But this is what's real. I know that now. And I don't care what you say, because I do love you. And all right, it might not be exciting and unpredictable, but it's more than that. It's day-to-day stuff. It's being together. It's making it work. That's what's important.
Admirable words.
I mean them. Well?
You've hurt me, Deirdre. Not only over Dev, but over many things. I've lost count of the number of times I've asked you to marry me.
If that's what you want, I'll marry you. Is it? Is that what you want?
Not anymore. You say that Mike and Dev are exciting.
Oh, not Mike again.
Shall I tell you why you really find them attractive?
You're not listening to me, are you?
It's because they're go-getters. They make things happen. Unlike me, I just wait for things to affect me before acting.
Is that right?
Yes. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of waiting for other people's actions to affect me. Aidan Critchley, school governors, you. I'm sick of it.
So what are you going to do?
Well, I'm not sure, but whatever I do from now on, I do for me. No one else. From now on, my actions are going to affect other people. You'll have to explain to Blanche.
Why? What do you mean?
Well, I can't stay here.
You can, of course you can.
There's no point.
There's every point. No, Ken, please, don't walk out on me. I'll do anything you say, but please don't leave me.
There's nothing else to say. No, get out of my way.
No! You're going to stay here and we're going to talk. And I'm going to prove to you how much I love you. We've got a relationship, Ken. It's worth fighting for.
Shame you didn't feel like that last Christmas.
Ken, please don't go. Please, I'm sorry.